Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. Well, for the week, we have platinum has taken the prize up the most. For the latest year period, gold is the best performer. And so far, year to date, palladium takes the prize, up 12%. So that makes a good case for diversification in your metals portfolio. But let's talk about going forward from here. What does the future look like? I think the best opportunities continue to be gold, silver, and platinum. Palladium is high related to the conflict with Russia, as over 40% of palladium supplies are produced in Russia. So the uncertainties involving that are one reason why they continue to do well. But I expect going forward that situation will resolve itself one way or another. And in the meantime, we have some pressures really building across Europe in terms of energy. And it's somewhat ironic, it's very concerning, but the costs of electricity and gas and even coal, as they're refiring up coal plants, the price of coal is going through the roof. So every direction they turn to try to find some type of other energy source is getting out of reach in terms of expense. So we've had a 26% uptick in insolvency filings for German businesses, and that's just the statistic that was available this morning. I'm sure there's similar numbers across other areas of Europe. But, and we're talking small businesses, we're also talking manufacturers. Germany's largest toilet paper manufacturer is shutting down. And the reason is the energy usage that it takes to process the wood pulp into the paper. It's just electricity costs are astronomical. Natural gas costs are high. Incidentally, they're still buying, even though there's no more Russian gas going through the pipelines to Europe. Europe is still buying Russian gas, but they're purchasing it from China. And instead of it coming directly through the pipeline, Russia is now selling it to China. They recently announced a new plan. They're only taking yuan or rubles, and no dollars and no euros. So they're selling this to China, and then China is shipping it back to Europe, and of course they're paying 2 or 3 prices for it, but they're not buying it directly from Russia, so somehow that's politically more acceptable. However, it's how politically acceptable can it be to destroy your own economy? So we're seeing a lot of the protests are ramping up, and people are realizing if they can't eat and they can't provide heat, what else? What are they going to do? It's like a worldwide military conflict without the military conflict. Some of the results are similar. And oddly enough, there's an opportunity here for American business, which it's a sick opportunity, but, as their plants are closing down simply because they can't afford, to make things, they can't afford to smelter aluminum, they can't afford to make glass, they can't afford to even make toilet paper. Perhaps that's an opportunity for the United States to offer products from here and help get our manufacturing base built back up. I don't know. I haven't heard that anywhere, but that's just, if there's any silver lining to the cloud, maybe that's it. Hopefully that's it. But in the meantime, we see recession and inflation pressures continuing to build, not only in Europe, but also in the United States. And that environment is typically where the metals shine. And sadly, the reason is because the opportunities for other asset classes are going in the other direction. So that means by elimination, assets move to precious metals during times of stagflation because stock markets tend to go down. The bond market, even so far this year, is down a record amount globally. Bonds are. And real estate is coming under pressure, both residential and commercial. There's a record amount of excess, office vacancies and various commercial properties in a lot of the major metropolitan areas across the United States. And we also see this same thing going on in Europe. So this is a time, if you can, accumulate metals as much as you can. And we can do that either by additional earnings or converting existing assets into metal. And for the next few years, in fact, for the next 2 or 3 months, I believe we'll see some good results with gold and silver that will just be the beginning of this move that will extend for a couple, 3 years. So all the details are in the write-up on the numbers. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Have a good day.